In our Sunrise Smart Start, we have breaking news. One Rochester police officer has been killed, another injured after a shooting last night. This happened just after 9 p.m. on Bauman Street in the city. Erica DeCoste is on scene this morning, joining us now with the latest information. Erica, good morning.
Good morning, Allie. It's been pretty active this morning. Officers walking around the streets looking for any information, witnesses, suspects. Much of the area is blocked off. We're on Joseph Ave right now, the closest we can get to the scene where police say it happened, Bauman Street. It happened just after 9 p.m. last night, and unclear what exactly led up to the shooting. All we know is the two officers were patrolling the area as part of an investigation when at least one male approached them and opened fire. Again, both of those officers were struck, as well as a nearby woman. The surviving officer is in stable condition. The woman, police say, hospitalized with non-life-threatening conditions. And remember, this is just hours after the city of Rochester declaring a state of emergency prompted by ongoing gun violence growing worse in recent days. Again, right now, quite a scene. We just saw some SWAT teams leave the scene. They arrived about 40 minutes or so ago, and we have heard several flashbangs throughout the morning. So lots of activity going on, and Lieutenant Greg Bellows says they're focused on any suspects.
Obviously a very serious incident. That at this point, with the nature of the injuries to the officers, we're asking for prayers and everything else we can for everybody in the community to help our officers out.
This is a tragedy for our community. I'm asking Rochester to pray for these officers and their family. They go out every day and put their lives on the line. And while there's some people that sit on the sideline, these guys are on the front line. They're on the front line trying to keep our community safe.
Now, the roads will be blocked off for the foreseeable future, we're told, as police continue to look for suspects. No word on if there are any suspects in custody. We did see a man in handcuffs about an hour ago, but we also saw him get let go, so people may be getting questioned, unsure how that's related to the investigation, but worth noting, and we'll keep you posted as we'll be here on scene throughout the morning. Allie.
Erica, thank you so much. And following that shooting, we have received numerous statements, one from the mayor, former Rochester police chief, and other community leaders. We have those for you over at rochesterfirst.com. Mayor Malik Evans and Police Chief David Smith will be holding a press conference this morning at 8 a.m. with new information. We will be streaming that live for you here on Channel 8. Well, a man has been charged after police say he attacked Republican gubernatorial candidate and Representative Lee Zeldin during a rally in Perrinton last night. 43-year-old David Jakubinis of Fairport has been charged with attempted assault in the second degree. He was arraigned in Perrinton Town Court and released on his own recognizance. Police say while Zeldin was giving a speech at a VFW post, they saw a man stumble through the crowd, climb up on stage and pull out a knife. They say he swung that knife at Zeldin and said, "You're done." Attendees were able to restrain that man until police arrived. Last night at Rochester General Hospital, a vigil was held for Carrie Hine, the Greece woman who's been missing for about 11 days now. Officials found her car earlier in the night near a business on 104 in Ontario. Inside was a deceased woman who officials are now working to identify and confirm if it is Hine. Co-workers of Hines at RGH, where she worked as a nurse, organized a vigil in her honor. President Biden has tested positive for COVID-19, according to his press secretary. Biden is fully vaccinated and twice boosted and is experiencing mild symptoms. We are told he is currently taking Paxlovid and will isolate at the White House and continue to carry out his duties until he tests negative. Biden saying in a brief video message he is feeling fine. Good news there, of course, James.
Yes.
But some good news right now. 66 degrees,
yeah.
And it feels pretty good this morning.
It does. It is Friday. We're getting ready for the weekend. Maybe we're taking a trip around the state, potentially swinging by beautiful Niagara Falls. Temperatures are going to be in the 80s there. Thinking about going up to the North Country. I only go there in the summer. Temperatures Saturday getting into the upper 80s. I've got 90s for you if you're heading toward New York City, the Albany area. Also getting into the 90s as well. Allie?
All right, James, thank you. One final look at the roads. Right now, no accidents out there. 394, 95, 90 are clear. I just do want to mention, because of that police investigation, roads still blocked off near Joseph Avenue and Bauman Street at this time. Police conducting a very active scene there, so just avoid the area if possible this morning. Let's take a look at our GRE morning business report now. New surveys suggest baby formula stock is at its lowest since the beginning of the shortage. Research firm IRI finding more than 21% of all formula products are out of stock nationwide. The FDA plans to review its own handling of the crisis, but the shortage still affecting families now. Abbott is one of 4 main companies producing about 90% of domestic formula for the U.S. And Amazon acquiring primary care organization One Medical in a deal worth $3.9 billion. One Medical is a membership-based service offering virtual care and in-person visits. It also works with more than 8,000 companies to provide its health benefits to employees. The deal now subject to regulatory approval. If the deal is approved, Amazon says One Medical CEO will remain in his position. James, right back to you. I feel like we just checked in with you, but here we are again because we know that weekend forecast is so important.
Yes, definitely. Trying to iron out those plans. When could there be rain? This is tough because some people ask me, I want to know when it's going to rain at my house. Well, look, with these afternoon isolated thunderstorms, it could rain, downpour in one town, but in the town next door, it doesn't do anything at all. So the best advice I can give you is keep your eye to the sky this afternoon, and I can say most of us will be dry. Upper 80s will go today, but you look at that weekend and wow, we've got heat. Everybody going to get into likely the 90s. I do think most of the region getting into the lower 90s, and then I think 90 degrees on Sunday. I have a birthday party that I'm going to on Saturday afternoon.
Hot one.
Yeah, exactly. I think I may attend for about 45 minutes and then say, I'm going to go back into the air conditioning.
Absolutely.
Because I can't be outside for too long. But find some water as well, Allie. Finger Lakes water temperatures in the 60s and low 70s. So grab that swimsuit maybe this weekend.
All right, James, thank you. One final reminder for our viewers out there. We are expecting to hear from Rochester Mayor Malik Evans and the RPD chief at 8 this morning about that shooting last night that left 1 officer killed and another injured. We will bring that for you live at 8 a.m. here on CBS. Thank you so much for tuning in.